Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. If you don't know what the show is about, I dollar cost average $1,000 a day into my favorite crypto, and I just started the DCA again. Today, I have $1,000 into Bitcoin. Ledger recognized my transaction with Ether, and I'm so grateful they fixed it. It was a little bit of a stressful situation because it wasn't going into ETH into the wallet, and I was like, "What is this?" It was going in, but when I checked the wallet, it wasn't there. So I messaged Ledger and it said, please, please, please fix this. It's making me nervous. And they fixed it. And so my $14,000 is still $12,000. And it's great. I'm happy to have my $12,000. And I think it's like 4.5 ETH or something, 4.3 ETH. It's great. So that's locked up and safe. So now that that's safe, I'm starting my DCA again, but this time into Bitcoin, as I've been saying. So I also had to switch from Shrimpy to Wallmine because Shrimpy.com doesn't track Bitcoin for some reason, which is the strangest thing. It's so strange. I'm not sure why, but they don't track Bitcoin, which it's like really absurd in my opinion. So I had to cancel their premium subscription, and here I switched over to these guys, and these guys are great. I did some test transactions, so we're a little over $1,000, but here we are. We're at about $1,000 today, and we're up about 1.28%. So we're at $1,013. Transaction fee is still wild. In fact, I had $66 in here before, I think. And so after transaction fees, it came down to like whatever it was, $944 or whatever it was. But here we are, 1,000, and we're gonna keep DCAing in every single day because I think there's a bottom, but I have no idea. We might be going up, and I'm not sure. And that is the next thing I want to talk about because it makes me nervous. And I'm gonna leave a link to this in the description below so that you can keep track of me and you can dollar cost averageable. And I hope you're not and I hope you're DCAing in with me. I hope you're not just passively watching this. Remember, this is financial entertainment and not advice, but you should also be DCAing and maybe $1 or two or five or 10 or whatever you can afford safely where it doesn't impact your life. Once a day, once a week, once a month, once every 3 months, once a quarter, whatever you think is good, whatever you think is safe, you should be doing something about it. You should not be watching me passively. Crypto is the future. Anyone that's been in software knows this. We are investing in software. Let's get to the charts. I have short positions. We just talked about this. This is my stop loss. This is my entry position. I haven't entered yet. I got a little nervous today. This is my first target, which is about 33,000, 34,000. It's really 34. My second is 30. And then I have my Hail Mary here at 26, which I would just absolutely go bonkers if we hit that. It would be wild if we absolutely hit that. But it's a tough call. It's definitely a tough call. Now, if we were to zoom in a little bit, today's been an interesting day. Now, we're on the daily chart, and we opened and closed, and we pretty much did nothing. So let's see what tomorrow looks like. Let's see if we get red or green. But interestingly, this green line, which I switched to green instead of red, but you know what? Let me switch this to some other color. I think green is fine, but will blue look better? Okay, maybe we'll keep blue. It doesn't seem like it's bright enough on my side, but all right. We have a few more days before we touch this. And this is obviously a line drawn by me, so I can't, like this, like right here, we went past it, right? We went past it and then we came down. So we can't, of course, predict it like absolutely perfectly accurately, but we can get some fidelity here. So this is day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe 6, possibly 7, right? Like, I don't know where we're going to break through this, but we're going to crack through this at some point, and then we're going to have to wait and see whether we have a big candle down, which seems to be the trend, right? We hit this and we have a big candle down, or like here doesn't seem to be I mean, like, it was a day or two. I mean, you could even say we touched it here, then we came down, we touched it here and we got rejected again, touched it here, we tried to break through, but we got rejected, and then the next day we had this giant candle come down. So if we have to go through something like that, it would be unfortunate, but then that's the case. I mean, we didn't have that at all here. We actually stayed pretty far away and we touched it once and we just, like, that's crazy actually. We touched it once and we just went right through. It's really unbelievable. But this makes me nervous because we could, in fact, like, go through, touch it, 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 and then really come down that way, which would be wild. But there's so many different scenarios. There isn't one scenario, right? We could even come out this way and then create a whole new trend line. Like this line that we have here isn't Like there's another trend line that you could draw, which would go like from here down to here, which is something I was tracking before. Well, look, I'm not drawing this correctly, but that line would be like right there and something like this. I had this trend line before, and then we broke through, obviously, right here, right? So it's entirely possible that we break through again, and then we do something else. It's like every 2 touches, we break. I mean, I have no idea. I'm completely making this up. I'm making assertions on things that I'm not certain if will actually come true or not, right? Like I have zero idea. I do not have a crystal ball. But we shall wait and see, I suppose. We're only a few days away, so this week sometime we should have some clarity. Maybe this, well, yeah, by Sunday we should have some clarity. Maybe Monday, so maybe about a week. We gotta give some time. It's entirely possible we break up too, which is why I have the stop loss. I haven't entered the market yet, but I'm waiting. But definitely at the edge of my seat. I'm like not physically on the edge of my seat, but I feel it. Like I'm walking around thinking, oh boy, who knows when this is all gonna start happening. ETH, I did play out. I did mention this earlier. I thought that was interesting, but I don't really have much else to say. Just a quick update that I am DCAing back in $1,000 a day. Let's go, and that we're still waiting for these triggers to start happening. And I think tomorrow or the day after, I'll get into my position, but I'm gonna wait before I trigger. I am a nervous Nancy. That's about it, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you like this content, like it, comment if you feel like it, subscribe if you really like it. It's completely free, it doesn't cost you anything, but it's great motivation for me because this stuff is actually not that hard to it's not easy to continue doing because there's no support. There's no support network. I feel like I'm just doing this for myself, and I am to some extent because it's nice to go through these charts and learn things as I go. But some support that someone's listening out there into the great void of the interwebs would be nice. Aside from that, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. I'll leave that link in the description below.